Monstrosities are apparently the classic creatures that have been twisted by magic or gifted abilities by gods, etc. You could boil it down, they say, to mashups of animals having new weird abilities. So your weird creatures, werewolf included, etc., now fall under the monstrous categories. Because everything's got a category now, like goblins are fae, gnolls are fiends, as we mentioned earlier. But yeah, they're all redesigned. That's basically what we find out. There's just a general tidying up of all the stat blocks. The Curse of Lycanthropy is an example where it's not in a separate place, it's all in your stat block. Like the dragons, lair actions, and then these new tables like on the mimic page where it's just like what can be a mimic, and it's meant to be more helpful for DMs. So a lot of this video that they put out was mentioning things such as Kenku and Harpies and saying they were all tweaked, but that's all we got. The Quagoths in there, Kenkus, Harpies, Yuan-Ti, Fae Spiders, Hook Horrors, Umber Hulk, Displacer Beast. So as for new introductions, we've got the Cockatrice Regent, which is a huge cockatrice, or at least maybe a medium-sized one. And although they show us some art, we don't really get any sort of indication as to the stat blocks. But they do let us know there's a giant axe beak, which were already a big bird with strong legs. This big bird can petrify you. So I think that's what we're all excited to look through. What does what now? And before they've told us that the magical resistance, the monsters used to be resistant to non-magical slashing, piercing, bludgeoning only. Now it's just across the board, magical or not, which really changes things, and I like it as a DM. But of course, there's 10 years of 5e material magic items that are possibly going to cause discussions now. Well, this gets through the resistances it has, and the DM's going to be like, well, no, the new rules say tough. I mean, ultimately, it falls on us DMs to say what we think's best. Anyway, some more of the titans are in the monstrous section, such as the Kraken. What have they done with it? I don't know, they didn't tell us. There's a primeval owlbear, which is a bigger version. Challenge rating 7, it has a fly speed of 5 feet, just because they thought it was funny, so that it could slam down from a tree and attack you or whatever. They mention the purple worm and then say nothing about it. But they did say that the boulette now has a pup, a smaller version. Yeah, I'm interested to see, but there was no real teaser in it. And the last thing of interest that they mentioned was the Drider, which can now attack at range. Which again, seems to be across the board. It's like things that you used to be able to pick off from afar now have some sort of counter to that. You know, how many monsters have they just looked at and gone, that's melee only, let's give it a range attack. Oh, that's melee only, let's give it a range attack. And I'm kind of alright about that, because you don't have to use the range attack. It's all up to the DM. I seem to remember that some of the new monsters have a recharge of 4, 5 and 6, which I do like. And to be honest, sometimes I just forget to roll that anyway. I just simply fire breath with my dragons. So yeah, a bit of an empty announcement. Let's see what they say next.